Start your day with insight and inspiration. Morning Tea with Black Westchester's Damon K. Jones, where life, culture, community, and faith come together.
Peace and blessings. It's Damon K. Jones here, and this is the Morning Tea, where we're up early in the morning to talk about life, culture, community, and faith, and what's in the news. So I'm just trying out this new system, still trying to figure out this new system as we see what's going on here, man. I'm trying to work this new system out. So welcome, and I hope everybody is getting ready. I hear we're about to have a crazy storm, man. I hear we're about to have a storm. So I hope y'all are ready. You know, I live up here, man, in Orange County, and it snows all the time. You know, you just wake up, look out at snow, and I go in the basement and try to work out because it's over. I don't like dealing with snow, not at all. So living up here, man, it's like it's really insane. So hope everybody is doing well. Check out blackwestchester.com. It's the news with the Black point of view. And we're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. To everybody on Instagram, good morning. If you're on Instagram and you're checking us out, good morning. So what's going on? What's going on in the news? I'm going to talk about what's going on in the news because we definitely got some things happening. And congratulations. I want to first say congratulations to the first Black county executive, King Jenkins. King Jenkins made history yesterday. For a lot of y'all who probably didn't know that it was a special election yesterday. King Jenkins was elected. He was elected as the first Black county exec. So let's give him a round of applause. Still trying to find out where my applause is at, my applause button, but I think I'm going to give it to him from here. I'm going to give him a round of applause from over here, man. So let's celebrate history. And we made history on Black History Month, and big shout out to Ken Jenkins, a friend of the show, and we're going to have him on the show very soon, schedule him to come on the show. And what else is happening? Eric Adams got his charges dismissed. Big shout out to Eric Adams for doing what he have to do to stay out of jail. Like, listen, I'm not mad at Brother Man. I'm not mad at Brother Man at all. You know, but he has to stay out the jail. Yes, but you know, we still, just because we got a Black county exec, don't mean we stop fighting. I'll tell you that right now. You know, I have a lot of respect for King Jenkins. I know him very well. I've known him most of my life. But just because we got a Black county exec, that don't mean we stop pushing. We just don't want Black faces in places. We want Black faces that create change. I'm going to say that again. And this is no knock to Ken. See, we get used to black faces in places that don't create change. We have to still push him to create change for black people. For black people. Let's not get it twisted. Well, hey, listen, let me tell you something. Y'all people don't know. A lot of people don't know the money you have to spend when the federal government come at you. It's in the millions. It's in the millions of dollars. And a lot of people, a lot of politicians can't even afford that. It's millions of dollars in legal fees. Millions of dollars. The only way Trump beat that, Trump was hustling. He was selling sneakers. He was selling Bibles. He was selling big cryptocurrency. He was selling cereal because he had to pay those legal fees. He had cases all over the country. I've known rich people. I know people with millions of dollars bowed out to the government because the legal fees was just too much. So you could call it the Django, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it getting up out of jail because I think if you was in the same situation, looking at charges that he was facing, you'd be making a deal. You'd be making a deal to get that down too. It's just the reality. We could say all we want. We could say all we want. But he made a deal, and it is what it is. And he'll probably be a Republican. He'll probably be a Republican. Well, Idra, all politicians have an Elon Musk. Are you kidding me? How do you think Lattimore spent $20 million? George Lattimore, his campaign spent $20 million against Bowman. You don't think there are a couple of Elon Musk behind that? Then you fooling yourself. Every politician has an Elon Musk on a national level. They all do. They all do. Well, listen, I don't wish I had a friend that the feds came after. And I don't wish that on anybody. Except only one I wished it on was Richard Thomas. But so, and that's the thing. Let's not get caught up in the emotional part of politics, which we always do as black people. We get caught up in the emotional part of politics. We have to stay on the logical side of politics. Every politician has an Elon Musk. Every politician has people that's going to give them a lot of money. That's the way the game is played. Think about this. How are these congressmen and senators millionaires off of $200,000 a year? You make $200,000 a year to go down to Congress and the Senate. How do they end up being worth millions of dollars? Oh, absolutely. 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 Like that's, like how the feds treated black people. I mean, that's historic. That's historic. And the minister said, and the minister did say the first term that they get what they're getting with. The minister said that that the government agencies are getting what they needed to get from Trump. That's what the minister said. So, you know, big shout out to Eric Adams, man. We're going to try to get him on the show to talk about the whole immigration thing, because he has always been outspoken for the immigration. And big shout out to Sister Autumn Lockwood, making history as the first Black woman coach to win a Super Bowl. And very few are talking about it. And to be honest, I didn't know that they had a coach either. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know, I wish I could play what actually Trump said about the charges on Eric Adams, because he said that once he pushed back on the government with the immigrants, that's when they decided to give him the indictment. And let me tell you, and I looked at the case. It was crazy charges, because he got an upgrade. He got an upgrade on the airlines. So they're saying that's coercion, because he told the people to fix the issues on the Turkish building. That's coercion. Like some of this stuff is crazy, but you have to spend all this money to defend yourself. And that's part of the problem. And that's definitely part of the problem. So this sister right here, man, congratulations to this sister. Yes. Congratulations to this sister for being the first Black female coach. Okay. So that's a beautiful thing. And I'm about to do a video on this too. Congress launches the task force to declassify the JFK assassination, the RFK assassination, the MLK assassination, unidentified aerial whatever, the Epstein list, COVID-19, and 9/11 files. So they're going to push to declassify all these files and give them to the public. Now, some people say, well, what happened to Malcolm X? Well, I think the Malcolm X family needs to reach out to this committee and request that they open up the case. Well, you know what? Everybody, but some of the things everybody already knew. Some of the things everybody already knew. You know, it is what it is. But we need to find out, because a lot of people say that MLK was alive when he got to the hospital, but then he was strangled at the hospital. Oh, well, they listen, I would make the request anyway. I would make the request anyway, because I truly believe that they were people in the government that killed JFK and RFK. But I don't think that lawsuit technically, I don't think that lawsuit is going to go too far anyway. Let me tell you something. Anything that I'm telling you straight up, anything that Ben Crump has to do with is just popping circumstances. The man never tried the case. He always settled. It's about the money with Ben Crump. If you see Ben Crump in any case, it's about the money. The man has never took a case to trial. Straight music. I have a problem when people pimp black people's emotions. Getting a settlement is not winning. You only win when you go to trial. And either a judge or a jury makes a decision on your case. These Negroes stand up and talk about, we won this amount of millions of dollars. We won. It's easier to give family millions than to actually be accountable. That's the trick. That's why police brutality and shooting of unarmed black people will never go away, because the lawyers, they don't want it to go away because they make too much money. There's a system that makes money off this. They don't want actual policies on policing, because that means the lawyers don't get money when these dumbass cops go out here and violate their policies and their training. Let's not be fooled. Good morning, Brother Jack. Yes, accountability is priceless. You're absolutely right. But where's the accountability? We just saw Jarrell Garris right here in New Rochelle was shot in the back of the head because the detective thought he had another cop's gun, but he didn't. No criminal charges pressed against them, and no departmental charges pressed against them. So where is the accountability? Where's the accountability? The courts are a part of the system because we don't go to jury duty, Jack. Black people don't go to jury duty. I can't wait to go to jury duty. Huh? Either you a piece of shit, I'm gonna put you in jail, or I'm gonna figure out that you are wrongfully done by this system, and I'm gonna try to let you go innocent. That's why I ain't never going to jury duty. But black people don't go to jury duty. That's part of the revolution. That's part of activism. We try to get out of jury duty, and then we complain at the verdict of the jury. And we ain't even part of the jury. We don't show out for district attorney. That's one of the most important political positions black people could vote for, is the district attorney of your county. We don't show out for that. But the only thing we want to show out for is the presidential election and be gaslighted by all this politics, Trump and all this other foolishness. And we don't understand that the most important positions that affect our lives directly as black people is local politics. And we don't even show out for that. Look at the low numbers of yesterday, the special election. It was low. Some black folks walking around didn't even know it was a special election in Westchester County to elect the first black county exec. Didn't even know it. I can't wait till they turn out the numbers of the districts so we can see. And then Negroes gonna cry, we ain't do nothing for black people. Well, but black people ain't turn out and vote for him. He ain't obligated to do anything for you. You ain't even turn out and vote for him. All right, let's move on. What else is going on Black Westchester? Oh, yeah, this is a good one right here, man. So I wrote this article and I did a video. And I did a video. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Tish James, she had focused her whole career when she got in the AG's office about Trump. Never mind police shooting unarmed black people. Never mind police brutality all throughout New York State. Never mind white correction officers in upstate facilities killing a black man. Never mind all that. Never mind justice for black people. All she talked about was Trump. And now the rabbit got the gun. Pam Bondi, the new U.S. Attorney General, making requests for her to investigate Tish James on doing the same thing. She actually brought charges on Trump. So they allege that she has a Virginia investment property purchased in August of 2020, and it's worth between $100,000 and $150,000, but yet she has up to $400,000, potentially more than twice of a mortgage on the house. So she has a mortgage out on the house that's more than the value of the house. And that's what she went after Trump for. She said that Trump inflated his properties to get loans that he paid off. That's what the case was about, because they tried to do that same case on a federal level against my man Sam Zerka, who used to own the Westchester Guardian. Same exact thing. And he settled because he didn't want to spend, the government has unlimited amounts of money. But she's doing, according to this report, it is alleged that she's doing the same thing. So they're looking, among other complaints, they claim that she went to try to cover up the sex offender that worked in her office, and that she the sexual harassment allegations against her chief of staff member Ibrahim Khan. So she tried to keep that on the low to protect her own political career, which is great. So the rabbit got the gun now, and whether she's going to be investigated by Pam Bondi is not unclear. But trust me, I believe she is. And not to mention her going against Trump's executive order on stopping these operations, these transgender operations on children. She's threatened doctors who decided to cancel all those. She threatened to go after the doctors to try to cancel. See, here's the trick, which people don't understand. When you get grant money from the government, there's always clauses in those grants especially like medical field, law enforcement, when it's from government to government, that they have to work with certain agencies and they have to follow certain orders. That's why they're going to be coming after with this whole ICE thing and the immigrants. They're going to be coming after it because if you're a law enforcement agency and you got federal grants and you ain't pay attention to the clauses that's in there, you have to work for ICE with ICE. You have to. That's in the clause of the grants. That's why they give you money. There's always clauses like that. So we gotta understand that when they talk about this stuff, we gotta understand why. And we gotta understand why are they going after sanctuary cities? It's not just because they're sanctuary cities, but if they have been receiving federal grant money through their law enforcement department, their correctional department, there are clauses in those grants that they have to work with ICE and other federal agencies. It's not rocket science. Not at all. What else is on Black Westchester? I just did a video. I'm going to be editing this video. Every Wednesday, y'all, we have a show called Wellness Wednesdays, and we talk about that Black Americans need to start incorporating grapes more in their diet and the health benefits of grapes, even if you're type 2 diabetes. Even if you have type 2 diabetes, incorporate grapes. It helps manage your insulin. And it doesn't spike your people. There's a misconception, especially around diabetes, when they say don't eat fruit because fruits are sweet. But your body processes fruit differently than it processes sugars and processed foods or actual sugar. So we need to have that conversation more. And Black people, we actually need to eat healthier, put more fruits and vegetables. Yes, grapes, yes, grapes with seeds or grapes without seeds. Now, seeds are better for you. If you could find grapes with seeds, but nowadays it's hard time. So even if, don't just say I'm not going to get no grapes without seeds, especially if you're dealing with type 2 diabetes and other issues that actual grapes help. If you can find grapes with seeds, more power to you. But if you can't find grapes with seeds, then eat the grapes without seeds. Let's not get caught up in all that nonsense. We're dying. So let's not get caught up in that. If you can find grapes, I suggest you find grapes with seeds, but if you can't find none, you better grab those grapes without seeds. I say the same thing with watermelon. I'm lucky that where I live, the grocery store each year have watermelons with seeds. But if you live in a place you can't find watermelon with seeds, you can still get benefit from the watermelon that are seedless. Let's not get spooky. When we're eating healthy, let's not get spooky like some spooky Christian. We have to eat to live and find the best foods that we could get in our area. Part of the problem is a lot of Black communities are fresh food deserts, in which we have to have those conversations too. How do we network Black farmers in our network so we can have fresh fruits and vegetables? Instead of some of these stores that we see in the black community. But get y'all some grapes, man. Instead of grabbing for the Doritos and the chips and the popcorn, wash off some grapes and throw it on a plate and enjoy. Now, I don't know if y'all saw the halftime show, but it was great. I still don't watch the NFL. Ever since Kaepernick, I haven't watched a football game. And I don't plan to. And I tell you why, because I didn't like the way Jay-Z dismissed Kaepernick's fight when he had that meeting with his slave master, the NFL commissioner, when they had that meeting and he dismissed Kaepernick's fight, talking about the days of kneeling are over. No, the struggle is never over. But I understand you had to say that because you got the contract for the halftime show. Mr. Jay-Z. You had the contract for the halftime show. So I still don't watch the NFL. And the fact that at that time the ratings of the NFL was dropping. So here's the hypocrisy. They went after Kaepernick, but yet Kendrick Lamar's performance was the most blackest critical performance of American society ever seen at a halftime show. The metaphors that he put in there was amazing. So if you haven't seen it, go to Black Westchester on YouTube and check it out. So this Black History Month, I went to exactly, and in front of Trump, absolutely. But let me tell you, white people are 60% purchasers of hip hop and rap music. They buy more hip hop and rap than black people. You know why? You didn't see the booth where Trump was at? They ain't never show you a video or anything because them white folks was up there partying, having a good time. They love our stuff. They was partying and having a great time. That's why you ain't want it. That's why there wasn't a video out of what was going on up in the president's booth. So let's we're gonna move forward. This Black History Month and every Black History Month, as a black man and a retired black correction officer, we always honor our elders. And one of our greatest elder in black law enforcement in Westchester County was Norwood E. Jackson. When I started in 1990, he was our commissioner. He was bigger than life. He lived on Ferris Avenue. He was from White Plains. He used to leave his car. You know, White Plains, you know, on Ferris, you can't park your car on Ferris at night. Ain't no cars parked on Ferris at night. But when Nordy Jackson was alive, he was the only car on Ferris, right by the park. He was a man of faith. He was a man of God. He went to church. But he represented Black power and Black excellence. And at that time, he was the only Black commissioner in law enforcement in the whole county of Westchester. If you was a Black cop, a Black commissioner was a ghost story. But corrections, we had this man right here. And this is why we carried ourselves with a little bit of different pride than the Black cops. Because we had a strong Black man to look up to. Now, he was a former professional football player. He was let me make sure I get all his accomplishments right. He played for the Cleveland Browns. He ran the jail. He was over, he was what they call a provost marshal, commanding over 50,000 soldiers and 20,000 dependents. And during the Vietnam War, he earned the Legion of Merit, the Victorious Service Medal, and other commendations. So, you know, how do you learn how do the Cubs learn how to? Yes, he was. How do Cubs learn how to roar? They watch a lion. He stood on honesty. He stood on truth. He treated everybody equal. And the only thing he asked from you was to be professional. And as a Black man, he asked from you, from Black excellence, to be better, because you had to be better. Yes, racism exists. Yes, there was racism back then, and there's still racism now. But he didn't complain about it. He just used his Black excellence to stomp racism out and control his department, to the point that they named the county jail after him. It's a Nordy Jackson Correctional Facility. So we honor that man, and I honor him because I've been blessed in my first 4 years of my job to see an example of a great man like that. And we shouldn't even forget it. There's some Black law enforcement officers that don't even know that the jail is named after a Black man. Hell, there's some correction officers that work up in it right now don't even know the jail is named after a Black man. He was the first Black commissioner of the Department of Corrections, and there hasn't been one since. And he died in 1995. So check out the article, check out the video that I went deeper in talking about it and what was the importance. And lastly, we're going to talk about, there's another article in Health and Wellness, How to Fix Your Life and Faith Algorithm. Check that out on blackwestchester.com. You know, our life is similar to algorithms on social media. You know, what we like, what we look at on social media, it feeds us more. And that's a reflection of our life. What we like, where we go, who we be with feeds us more. So we like and we be with and we go places that are toxic and unhealthy, it's going to feed us more toxic and unhealthiness in our lives. So when you're walking around wondering why your life is in the condition that it's in, it's time for you to change your algorithm. It's time for you to change what you like. Time for you to change what you're looking at. Time for you to change what you hear. It's time for you to even change how you speak. That's how you change your algorithm, your life's algorithm. And then if you do that, your life will change. So check out that article on blackwestchester.com. And that's it. I've been on here longer than I was supposed to. This is the Morning Tea, where we talk about what's going on in life, culture, community, and faith. And we talk about the articles on blackwestchester.com. You know, we talk about we have to have black businesses, but this is a black business. This is a black online website, news website. Please sign up, get the emails, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and follow the videos. Let me show you our YouTube channel. Yes, go on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us, go to YouTube and click follow, click subscribe, and you could get all the latest shows. Oh yeah, Jack, thank you, brother. This is one of the Chris Lattimore. This is one of the Chris Lattimore specials. You know, I have sweatshirts and stuff, and you know, like Mr. Rogers, man, I just come down and grab one to do the show in the morning. And I said, let me grab Chris's joint. This is one of Chris Lattimore's joint. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. But if you're watching, go over to YouTube and subscribe, man. Check out all the new videos that we have up. So, you know, I want to thank everybody, man, for watching. We're about to get up out of here. We're about to get up out of here. We did the do. And see y'all Friday morning, man. I don't know, like I'm retired. So for some reason, I got up this morning thinking it was Friday. And I set up everything to do the show. And I said, Jesus Christ, it ain't even Friday. What am I doing? So I'm here having a conversation. But thanks, everybody. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your day. It's early, but please go to Black Westchester on YouTube and subscribe and look at all the other videos that we have. Man, we trying to give y'all some great content to create discussion and to inform the people. So thank you again, man. This is the Morning Tea. I'm Damon K. Jones, the publisher of Black Westchester. Have a blacktastic day. And remember, as always, God is in your vegetables. Peace out.
Start your day with insight and inspiration. Morning Tea with Black Westchester's Damon K. Jones, where life, culture, community, and faith come together.